By the way, have any of you guys ever wondered what that noise is in here all the time? Why it's always so noisy in here? That's my furnace right there. Thing turns on and off all day this time of year. Really annoying. So about a month ago, I went with one of my neighbors. His name is Ryan. You guys may remember him from a couple previous videos. I went with him to his mom's house to do a little leaf cleanup about, I think, 2 months ago. Okay. Yeah. And this is the yard we'll be working with right here. And while I was there, I had the opportunity to use a Stihl leaf blower, the BG86. So I figured, why not review it? So I'm aware of what some of you guys are going to say. Jake, why are you making a video about a leaf blower in January? I mean, leaf season is over. Yeah, I get that. But here's how I like to think about it, okay? Lawn season is just a couple months away, and I know there's some of you guys out there, especially some of you mid-sized businesses, who are looking to get a new leaf blower for your business this year. If you're one of those people, this is the video for you. Alright, so it's like 11 p.m. on New Year's Day, and I'm in here doing a little bit of searching on blowers, you know, looking at some mixed reviews, and I found this one right here. And this is a problem I found too. Off switch located exactly where the thumb rests while holding the blower. I keep turning the machine off by accident. In case you're curious, this is the off switch. Not only is it the off switch, but you can also lock the engine in a high speed. And I've had a few problems with this because the off switch and the rev are located in the same spot. When I was out filming, like last month, I remember specifically from this clip you're looking at. What? When I meant to turn it off down here, I forgot that this is also the rev pedal. Ended up pushing it up and revving the unit. That's really the only thing that bothers me, is that the off switch and the rev lock are in the same spot, so that can kind of confuse you ahead of time when you use it for the first time, but eventually you get used to it. So that's one thing I think they can fix. Other than that, I really like the way this unit's built, so I'm not going to get into the specs or anything about it, because that's stuff you could read online. So if you want, I'll leave a link in the description below to Stihl's website where you could check out more information about this unit and other units in its price range. So with that, let's go to it. Alright, so let's get right into it. So we're going to talk about 3 things in this review. So we're going to talk about price, we're going to talk about power and performance, and then we're going to talk about comfort. So when it comes to price, this unit here retails for about $240, $250 range. Now that's a little bit expensive for some of us, but if you're at a point where you're like about to be a mid-sized business and you have a little bit of disposable income, then this blower will be right for you. So would I pay the $250 just to upgrade to a Stihl? And the answer is kind of yes and no. So the other day I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, SEF The Lawn Surgeon. If you want to look him up, I'll leave a link in the description below. And I kind of agree with him. And he was saying something about equipment, how you can go deep with certain equipment to get the professional model, and how some pieces of equipment doesn't matter. You can just use the cheapest model there is. So I'm going to use a little bit of your words here, Seth, because I agree with you 100%. I hope this is okay with you. If you're going to do leaf cleanups, just use the cheapest leaf blower you got. Don't waste it on any of these blowers, because in that way you can save up and buy yourself a backpack model, which you'll be a lot happier with. But if you're going to be blowing driveways and sidewalks and things like that for like 10 minutes per lot, it's perfect. It's worth the $250. If you want to upgrade power-wise, time-wise, everything, I recommend you check it out. But if you're going to be doing bigger jobs, I recommend you just keep working with your beginner blower and then eventually save up and buy something better. And I kind of agree with him there. So that's just me. You can let me know in the comments what you think, but again, that's just me. So I know this is the part that most of you care about, is the unit's performance. And I gotta say, this Stihl performed incredibly awesome, like it always does. Stihl is the best. You'll never go wrong with Stihl. So I'm just saying that because it's true. I gave this thing a couple obstacles. So I tried it out at Ryan's mom's, I was up on the roof, I was doing flower beds, I was blowing out bushes, all sorts of things. And it just held through, did an awesome job like it's meant to do. And I also tried it at home when it was raining out today. I mean, it wasn't raining too bad, it was a light drizzle, but I tried it outside on the wet stuff, and it just powered through, man. It was able to push everything. Normally with my Echo blower, you guys know I have an Echo, it wouldn't even be able to push that stuff as strong as that Stihl did. I mean, that Stihl was a freaking beast, man. That's all I gotta say about it. And another thing is, the distance, man, compared to my Echo or really any other blower I've used, for a handheld blower, I was surprised, man. I mean, it pushes the debris or whatever you're trying to blow away, it just blows it at a far distance, man. That's awesome. When it comes to that, it's like, what more can we ask for? You know what I'm saying? This is really what we've been asking for years, and Stihl is delivering it. So that's the best. So I think that's a total win right there. Thumbs up there, Stihl. You guys are awesome. So you guys probably don't know this, okay, but I'm used to using a little bit cheaper blowers, right? And they tend to be a lot lighter. Like this Echo right here, I've been picking this thing up for about 2 years. I'm really used to the weight on it. It's not that heavy to me since I've gotten used to it. But this Stihl blower up here, it's a massive upgrade for me. Like when I pick it up, it feels a little bit heavy and it puts a little bit of stress here on the shoulder. Because it's a lot heavier than most units I've used, which are cheaper units. And so that kind of wears down on your shoulder over time. Like after, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes of use, your shoulder starts to go out and you got to switch arms and all that. That's where I think it starts to fail on me in the comfort category. Now, it can be like that with any leaf blower, especially if you use cheaper models. You get used to the weight and all that. But when it comes to this thing, it's just a little bit heavier. So if you're going to upgrade, brace yourself, man. It's a little bit heavier. Back to that thing my buddy Seth was saying. So remember how I talked about in part 1 how it's not practical if you're going to be doing bigger jobs and you're just going to buy this blower? Kind of same thing in the comfort category. I mean, like I said, if you're doing driveways and sidewalks, then it's ideal. But if you're doing bigger jobs like leaf cleanups, it's totally going to wear your shoulder out after like 5 minutes of use. Trust me, I know from experience. I may not have used that blower a lot, but after the first couple uses, it did wear on my shoulder. So what does that mean for this blower? Is it a bad unit? And the answer is no. I think $250 though is a little bit high in the price category, being that most homeowners don't want to pay that much for a professional grade blower. But if you're a business owner and you're looking for something that's very powerful, something that'll be able to speed your jobs up, condense all your time down, then I highly recommend you check this out. But the only thing that's killing it for me is the comfort. If you're going to do bigger jobs like leaf cleanups and stuff like that, it's not even practical to try and do a 2-hour leaf cleanup with that blower. It's just not practical. Because, like I was talking about earlier, it wears down on my shoulder, it gives me a hard time, and you know, I just don't like that. So that's pretty much how I would sum it up. So you guys can leave your comments below on what you think about it. Other than that, I think it's a really good unit, fairly priced. Again, that comfort's just killing me. That's my opinion. So that's all I have for you today. I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.